Hello, it's Etharal here, and today we are back once again with our Hegemony 3 Clash of the Ancients, where we have been playing as, I cannot remember what on earth they are called, but these guys up in the northeastern area. So, we today are just looking at potentially expanding. I'm suspecting that we're going to need to be going against these guys in war at some point soon, but first we're going to look at trying to circle around here. There is a bandit camp up there, which I would like to try and take out with any luck. So we're going to be looking at trying to do just that in this game. Or at least we will be. We do need to as well get this bridge sorted because, well, this place, we're in midsummer at the minute, but we want to try and get as much food sorted as we possibly can. Ideally, I would like to, actually get some of these, well, actually, no, never mind. I'd say I would like to get some stuff, but what I'd really like is some extra storage. These places, they can only actually get a very, very little amount in terms of food. This one's got 400, they've got 300. So, technically we're on at sort of 700 food that we can stock, which is probably not enough for, when winter hits, which is something that we need to be aware of and something that could be a potential big problem. We're also going to set ourselves up with another worker, I think. We're going to have another worker because we want to send one worker off to go and actually as well, we're going to set up, oh no, we already have a scout, apparently. Right, so this scout, we are going to put him where? I mean, I'm leaning towards putting him somewhere over here so that we can see what's going on there. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do that here because we want to try and make sure that we don't get anybody raiding us from around there. Let's see what's happening here. So, they are... Is he expanding still his view? I think he is. I'm not 100% sure, though. Let's have a look. So those guys, they're moving up, so that should be fine. So move views forward to there, just to get a bit of a better view. And we're going to bring these guys forward. We want to be getting this logging cabin. I think that's going to be our next target. But we want to make sure that we can get it first. Right, so these guys, what have we got? I think that we can take them out. And yeah, that is what we're going to do. So we're going to go and attack these. We're going to remove this camp so that way we can get this logging cabin. Right, I think that should work. I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I think. And so I'm going to try and do it. Let's just grab these workers. Let's put them into that mine. Extra bit of gold is always going to be useful. Right, and these guys, can we start to move you around to attack these? I hope so. I certainly hope so. Right, the companions, we're going to keep you just a little bit further back. Come on, you can figure this out. Apparently you can't. Right, come on, go and attack them. And you, we want to move you just forward just a little bit. An enemy sighted. Yes, I know an enemy has been sighted, because I don't understand sometimes. Right, there we go. So, we're going to get these guys moving forward. These guys are going pretty quickly, so we want to try and, not have them end up running and getting into, melee combat or anything like that at all. Right. Pause this. Are you attacking them? Yes, you are. Brilliant. Right. Let's have you guys attack them, actually. Can you attack them? Let's have a look. Okay, so this seems to be going okay. This battle, actually, we've managed to pretty much force them back. So, go and attack them. Come on, take them out. We can do this. Yes, we can. Right, so our forces are managing to push them back relatively easily. I'm just going to try and spin around. Apparently, it's quite a large axis that it spins on. And let's just see how these guys are going. Right, brilliant. So, I think we're forcing them back. I think we are, at least. Where are my companions? Have my companions been driven back? Apparently so. Right. We've drove them back, though, so that's going well. Apparently, I think we're out of food, but, that could be a lot worse, I suppose. Are we out of food? We would seem to be. Yes, we are. So they're not going to be too happy. It's late summer as well, so we need to capture this sooner rather than later. And then, I think we've got them there, so, you know what? We're gonna edge these guys forward just a little bit. Not too much, but enough. That should be probably more than enough. I think, at least. Oh, what's that? Another mine. So there's a lot of mines in this area, so we can get in an awful lot of gold. We are going to, as well, we're going to, get rid of this place once we've captured it. We just want to remove it as a potential threat to us more than anything. Right. So, yeah, that should be fine. It's costing us a fair bit, though, so we are going to demolish that. Yeah, there we go. So, demolish that. And then let's pull these back to... Let's just pause that. Pull them back to the city. I think that'll be a good idea. Use. Brilliant. Right, so... Put a supply line along there. So that'll bring everything into this city. And then... Do you have scouts in there? Where are they? Apparently you do have scouts. Right, so apparently I have more scouts than I thought. I'm not quite sure where these scouts have came from. Ah, right. I think I know where those scouts have came from. Right, so... Where are you? Spearman? Yep. Don't go there. We need you to pull back to there, actually. And then I use the companions, yes. Pull yous all forward to there. Right, and then let's recruit another worker. Actually, no, I'm not going to recruit another worker. It's early autumn at the minute. So what we're going to do is, where is it? Mines. There is somewhere. Right, this here is a fishery that we don't use, apparently. But here is livestock. Do we have any? That is livestock. Okay, so we have two fishery. Oh, wait, we have a fishery here, which has got people in. That once we are, you know, at the point where we are in winter, that won't be producing anything anyway. So, you know, it's not going to be too much of a problem. We can probably get rid of that, and we can send those guys up to this logging cabin. I think that'll work. It should. I should imagine. I can't think of a reason why it wouldn't. Right, so, abandon that. No, what is that at? That's at 90%. Come on. Right. This place, really what we need to do is we need to get this place to have a palisade, I'd imagine. Where is low morale? Those guys are low morale, but they are moving around, so they're not too much of a problem. They're fine. Right. You finish building that, so in theory you should start to see wood coming in again. Unless, are we building something? Oh wait, no, we're building something. That, yes. So this one is constructing. We're finally going to have this bridge, which will mean that we can start to supply that through there. I mean, they're full of food anyway, so we probably don't need this just yet, but it's always useful to have it just in case, and building a bridge will, I think, allow us to have supply lines coming across here. I believe so, at least. Right, so what do we need to do? We need to have a look at some various different options. I want to try and get an army, which I can sort of fund to be able to push forward to... this place. This one town is in the Styrian Peninsula, settled since at least the Bronze Ages by the Illyrian tribes. Right. So if we can take that. What is this other one? So that is the other one. Right, so... This would seem to be a way to get around to them, which is fine. I mean, it's not something that we're going to be doing too quickly, but we should probably... You have one or more unnecessary supply lines. Why do I have unnecessary... How is that an unnecessary supply line? Let's try deleting it. Will that, you know, unnecessary supply lines? I think, oh, because it's in the area of it, I'm guessing that is why that is an unnecessary supply line. It can save us a bit of money. You know what? I'm happy with that. Right, empty resource buildings. What is this? Empty resource. One or more of your buildings. Where is it? No, stop. One or more of your buildings has space for more workers and slaves. Do you not have workers in there? Why do you not have workers in there? You should have workers in there. Right. Where are the workers? Workers. Go into there. That place would seem to be going down. Raid damage. Oh, right. The raid damage is going down. Right, so, I mean, it'll only produce currently 14%. That's not great. So what is this? This supply line costs 3, but if that links up to there, that supply costs 1. So that's actually cheaper, and then that will send through to there. I think. I believe so, if I'm understanding how supply lines work. Which I think I am. Which would be great, because that mean more... Basically, cheaper, and therefore more money overall, which, as everyone I'm sure knows, Money is the name of the game really here, and we are pretty short on it. Now, I would like to get more food, but, well, more units, but I don't want to just because of food, so I'm not going to just yet. If we had some more scouts, I would love to put some scouts here. I really don't like this bit being black. I mean, it's not something that's likely to be a problem, but I don't know if any naval powers, you know... Oh. Right, they were defeated, and that's why they came back. Right, fair enough. Right, so they now have 20 workers, so they're doing +3. Not a massive amount, but regardless. Extra logs, always a good thing. We can look at eventually expanding this place further once we can afford to. Right, and how is this one going? 69%. So that's going very slowly. We're in mid-autumn, so we've got as much food stockpiled really as we're going to need. So let's do another scout, actually. They cost me 5 gold. I'm at 75 or 80 to 75. So yeah, that's I can deal with that. And then we're going to put a worker up here from there, I think. I think so. So you're there, you're going to there. I'm trying to have a bit of a think to make sure that I'm doing things right. I mean, you also as well, you do 22 food. Livestock do 40, so actually, well, their farms are 40, so they're actually a lot better. Livestock do 20, so these ones really not all that useful. Right, let's have you go up to here, I think. I just want to try and expand this out into the sea a little bit so I can see as much as is possible. Would be sort of the ideal, but I mean, it might change. At least we want to get those up there. We're going to leapfrog that sort of thing. Actually, this, I'm actually going to pause that, delete that, because this, I think, would do better going to here. That should be a cheaper one than if I was to send it down here. Let's have a look. That one costs 7, that one costs 3. So yeah, definitely a lot cheaper. So we're going to get rid of that, and that'll be the supply line. So that'll go all the way down to there. Also as well, it will go up to here. So that's going to interconnect everything. And that should work. I really do like this sort of map as well, by the way. I think it's really good for sort of just the amount of information you can have. And it's really nice for helping you feel like you're an actual commander here. This is what somebody would have in their tent or, in their throne room or official room while they're there looking, right, okay, so what options can we do? And things like that. This would be the sort of map they have, and they'd have these big, block things that are sort of describing what everything is. Winter is coming. So, winter is difficult, so farms and fisheries will no longer produce bounty. We'll have to have enough. So, our production is going to go down to 21, so we are going to lose an awful lot, so we're going to need to keep an eye out on that. You are thankfully expanding the map a little bit so we can start to see a bit further of what's out to sea. Wow. Apparently we can see very far in the sea. Look at how much that is expanding. Like, that is ridiculous. I'm sure that is... you have... Oh, wait, no, you have expanded that far. So you can see pretty darn far. I think I want you to go here. Pull down a little bit. I want to see if you can see anything further, because I don't think I actually realized just how far these people can see sometimes. I think, do you want to maybe? I think you maybe want to move. I think I'm forgetting just how far these people can see, so I'm going to actually pull this up to here, these scouts. I think we can get them a little bit further, and then look at how far that is. That there, I think you could probably move to there, actually, and we'd still have all of this land that we can see. So there's just that tiny little bit there. Ooh, what's that? That is a fishery. So we have a fishery there that we didn't know even existed. That's nice. So you are going to probably, I think, we're going to pull you a little bit further forward. So we're going to pull you to there. Once that expands, that should, all of our land we will now be pretty much all able to see. So that's great. Now, this bit here has disappeared, but I'm 90% sure that I should be able to do all of that. Our bridge is also nearly finished. Finally. That's great. There we go. So there is a bridge. So we now have a bridge that the supply lines can go from there to there. Brilliant. So, the supply lines are now all working. Excellent. That was exactly what I wanted. So, now that we've got all of this, we've got all of that set up, we've got some options, and, oh, there we go, they are in place, so are they starting to expand? They should be. I'm pretty sure they should be at least. Are they not far enough away, maybe, or are they? Let's have a look. Right. Maybe pull you further up. What is that? Is that another mine? So a mine, fishery. There is another camp there. I think that is actually not a terrible setup. I like it. I actually really like this. I think this is good. Right, so we've got more fisheries, so we can bring in... Okay, yeah, there we go. That would definitely seem to be expanding, I think. Yes, it is. So his is expanding now quite far. Let's see how far his view distance does go to. Right, so what we need to do now is we need to have a look at... Actually, let's have a check of this. So how much are we storing? So 65, yep. 17, yep. So our wood is finally going back up again, which is brilliant. I've had a problem in games that I've played before this one of wood just disappeared, and that caused a massive problem, really. So what I think we're going to do is we are getting closer to the winter, so there's not really, shall we say, very much point in having, you know, big armies that we're looking at sort of sending out and all that sort of stuff. What do you do? Right. You do skill, research. What are your abilities? Melee damage, skill, tax output -20. Wow. Okay, so you are, without a doubt, a general for forces. Right. So, we've got plenty. Oh, 78, as you can see. You know, what we're going to, I think, do... Has this been captured? That one, that mine is independent Histri. Is that these guys? Histrian city controlled by independent Histri. Right. So, these are going to be our next target. Now, I don't know. I think I need more forces. I think I do. I think I can afford more forces as well. But we don't want to, because we're about to head into winter. One thing, very true in this game, which is true of it in the ancient world, do not go to war during winter. If you go to war during winter, you're screwed. Basically, it is about the only way to put it. It will not end well for you. Do not try. Just don't. Just trust me, don't. You will regret it. And that is certainly the case here as well. And, ooh, what's this? Levy taxes. Immediately collect a one-time sum of gold from the city. Will result in significant increase to rebellion. That's not something we want to do. Recruitment rate. No. Right, so this all kind of fine. Yeah, I'm happy with all that. We need to try and... I mean, I've got the money. I think I've got the food. I just don't have the time in the year. So 3 weeks till winter. 3 weeks is not enough time to raise up an army and get them so that they're out. I can't do it. Right, what I am going to do, though, recruit unit. You see, I'd love to get the Alaric Pelastas. I think I don't know. I'm a bit stuck. So slingers are the earliest range weapons developed. They are cheap and easy to train, but lack the range damage. Right, what are these? Recruit spearmen. What are these? Skirmishers, fast light infantry, are fierce melee, and the large numbers are ideal for swarming and surrounding. Right, so we are going to get Pelastas, javelin and spear in open formation that can support battle lines with their ranged attack or conduct raids and reconnaissance of their own. Right, not really all that much use. But a spearman unit and some slingers, I think, would be a good idea. So that's going to cost us a fair bit. And then what if we got an extra spearman unit? So we're going to have quite a large force here. We could get some skirmishers, but I don't really want to. I want to try and think, I don't know, actually, should I? I mean, they're 15. They are fast-moving, light infantry. They are fierce melee fighters, and their large numbers are ideal for swarming and surrounding enemies. However, they cannot last long in combat and are vulnerable to charges, especially from cavalry. So they're kind of something to avoid in a certain sense. Right, we're going to leave them for the minute. I mean, that there. It's going to cost us more to have to recruit all these, but I think we can deal with it. Right, so let's have a look as well. So we don't want to get up that. We're coming into late autumn. I think our food is as high as it's going to get realistically for the minute. So how long have we got? We've got 1 week until winter, so we are going to send you north to go and join the logging cabin. So you're going to begin the long journey so that way, once we hit winter, you can basically just go, yep, great. Right, so let's have a look. Oh, so they've arrived. We do have a small spot there, which we can't see. Not really that much of a problem, though, that one. We probably could resolve it by literally as well, just these guys, move them across, like so. Yeah, there is possibly the tiniest little bit that we're not 100% sure on, and that's it. We're happy with that, though. We can now see everywhere in our land, so we know that we're not going to have somebody suddenly, appear on this beach and try and invade us or something daft like that, which can happen, from what I understand, and it's certainly not something that I want to have happen, that's for sure. How are you doing? So you're doing great. Wood, 100 out of 500, admittedly, so could be doing better. Right, we're actually, as well, we're going to use the wood because we can do it. So wood to construct is 75. You can afford to do that. So yes, you're going to do that. What is the wood to construct? 150. We're going to set you off doing that. So you can afford to cover all of that. And they could transfer some wood down to be able to do that as well. I think this one's going to upgrade perfectly fine. I know that for sure. The one down in the south, actual capital, that one might take a little bit longer. But you know what? We can deal with that at a later date. There we go. So, plus 90 recruits. So you have got more than enough. You've expanded your territories a little bit. Brilliant. And so that'll join up with that. Right, so we have some options. Ooh, we could build stone walls. I quite like the idea of that. I mean, it costs, wow, 100 per week. And virtually impregnable to assault. We're not going to go after them just yet. With the continued growth of our cities, grateful flourish have pledged themselves unto the companions. Nice. Where are my companions, though? I cannot actually remember. And it's early winter. Yay! We managed to survive. Right. Companions. What can the companions? The companions can now... I'm going to actually move them out of the city just so I can see them. They're now 15 rather than 10. Not a massive change, but you know what? These guys are supposed to be like our elite kind of units, so fair enough. Let's have a look. Can we upgrade? Yes, we can. So these guys can now upgrade a little bit further. What should we get? Recruits needed. No, we're not going to get that. Raider. We don't really want that. Medic. Melee defense. Well, unit defense in general. Not really all that useful. Engineers improves damage done by a siege during assault of a fortified camp or city. That one could be useful. I mean, resource capacity also useful. Engineers. We're going to get them engineers. Right, let's pop you back into the city. And let's have a quick check of... Right, these guys, who've got our general with them. Oh, yay, they're at 1,000. Brilliant. So, charge strength and charge block, yes. Medic. Should we get medic, or should we get some form of thing that can maybe increase scout distance? You just know. Medic, yes. We're going to pop up their defense quite a fair bit. Right. So, it looks like we're now in early winter. So, we've got 12 weeks until spring. Oh, so, not that long a time or anything like that at all, really. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there for today, and we shall come back next time and head into winter. As always, do hit that subscribe button if you do want to view more videos, and if you have any suggestions, do be sure to let me know in the comments below. I've been Etharal here for EGen, and I shall see you next time.